Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. My name is Ellie and my channel is Ellie with a Plan, and thanks for joining me for my first budgeting video. This is my first time ever trying out the budget by Paycheck, or if you do like the calendar planning for your budget. This is what I'm doing, and I also I've made envelopes to go with my budgeting style that I'm going to try. So the system that I use is not founded, but I use the Worksheet by the Budget Mom here on YouTube. I absolutely love her, and I use her printouts. I did buy like the PDF version so I can just print out the months that I want. I'll link her video, her channel, and her website, her blog, everything down below. This is my very first time doing this method of budgeting, guys. I was never really a budgeter. Before I sat down and really looked at my expenses, I thought that I was always aware of what I spent my money on. But guys, I looked at 2 months of bank statements, and obviously that was very untrue. I saw a lot of wasteful spending, and I finally just want to budget my money and budget for every penny. So a little bit about my financial background. I don't have any debt. I do live with my parents. I am an accountant. I do have a steady salary, and I work 2 jobs. So my first job, my career, I'm an accountant, and the money that I make from being an accountant, I save. I got a second job. I'm a pharmacy technician, and I work only weekends there, and that's the money that I am going to budget. I thought, you know, hey, that's just free money. I can do whatever I want with it, but in actuality, I really want to scrounge every penny and just make sure that my money is working for me, and I account for every dollar of it. So that's what we're going to do today. This system does take a little bit to get used to if you've never even looked at your finances ever, like in detail, like I'm about to. So her pages, they start off with the financial plan worksheet. And I was thinking about rewriting everything, guys, but I'm going to show you the real and raw process of everything. This is her financial plan goal worksheet, and this is where you're going to list out your short-term, medium-term goals, and long-term goals. I should have read what like a short-term goal is within 1 year, medium-term goals are within 5 years, long-term goals are within 10 to 15 years. So I didn't have too much time to really think about this in depth like I should have today, but so some of the dates that you'll see are not, I might change them, okay? But my short-term goals. So car insurance. I am very fortunate. I've never had to pay for my own car insurance, but now that I do have stable income and I have my career going for me, I am able to afford car insurance on my own. Now with the car that I drive and the estimate that I got, it's going to be $500 for 6 months worth of insurance, and I would like to have that money by this September 2020. And then I would like to save for Christmas. I know I should have started earlier, but we'll see what my budget will allow. If I can, I would like to save $1,000 in 6 months for Christmas gifts, because I would like to have that by December 2020. And then for birthdays, I do like to spend and get my friends and family gifts for their birthdays, and I would like to save $500 by October. So in this section, medium-term goals within 5 years. I should have listed these categories down here because these do occur within the next 5 years. I would like to save for a house. I would like to move out soon. A house down payment. Estimated cost. I'm budgeting $50,000 towards a down payment towards my home. And originally I was targeting 2021 as the year that I would move out, since I am saving all of my income like from my main job. Then I wouldn't have a problem saving this money, but I don't know just yet when I'm able to move out. I should have put a target date of 2021 so I could save money by that time, and if I want to move out next year, I do have the means. But I think I might push that to 2022. And so in this column here, you have estimated cost and then the target date. And then in these little parentheses here, these are the monthly savings I would need to save per month based on these target dates. So these are also going to be my sinking funds, guys, okay? So my sinking funds for house down payment a month, I'm going to need $1,666 per month, and so on and so forth. So I want a new car, vacations. So this one I thought, well, you know, just because of the pandemic that's going on right now doesn't mean that I shouldn't save, because I do want to go on vacation when we are able to again safely. And I guess I would like to have a vacation fund established by January 2021. So that's going to be $250 a month. And then an emergency fund. So I wasn't sure what, I guess I wanted $1,000 in my checking account. I have 2 bank accounts, and I have one bank account that I use as my savings account, and everything, all of my money that I make from my accounting job, I deposit into a savings account because it is a high interest savings account. So it makes sense for putting like that money there because it's such a high dollar amount, it'll earn interest. But I would like to establish an emergency fund in my checking account where I withdraw my money from my budget and everything. I would like $1,000 cushion there just in case anything ever comes up and I need liquid cash. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Cash is already liquid. I don't need to say that. But I would like to have $1,000 in my emergency fund, which would be in my checking account, because my savings account, I can't readily just go to the bank and get that money out. It takes 3 days because I do use HSBC and there's not a location around me. So for me to transfer that to my checking account and then actually pull the money out, it takes like 3 days. And then I do plan on going to grad school, and I plan on going 2021. Now, grad school is expensive, and right now I work for a company, like it's a small company, so they don't pay for college tuition, and maybe by then I'll work for a company that does tuition reimbursement, but for now I would like to cover grad school myself. I don't plan on taking full semesters every semester, so I don't think that I would need more than a couple thousand a semester. So I'm not sure yet, but I would like to have 5,000 at least by 2021, because the few classes I do take, I guarantee will not cost more than that. So that's an overview of my financial plan and what my sinking funds will be. That's what I want to work on saving for. Okay, so anyways, moving on. And then what's nice about this, I don't know about you guys, but I never remember the subscriptions that I have when they hit my bank account or, you know, my credit cards, and I never know when or how much they are. So I decided to go through and write down everything. So I went ahead and I listed out all my subscriptions. I don't have that many. So I do have my 24-hour fitness gym membership, which is $52 a year, and I pay that every year in March. I do have a Spotify and Hulu account. That's why I didn't write it though. It's a Spotify and Hulu student account, and it comes out on the 7th, and I only paid $5.40. But that does end soon because I'm no longer a student, and I'm going to lose that. So then recently I wanted Disney Plus, but then I realized that there was a bundle. So I went ahead and I got Disney Plus, and it has Hulu and everything. So I am double paying, but not really, because I don't have Spotify. So that alone is a good deal for Spotify. So my Disney Plus bundle is $14.07, and that comes out on the 27th of every month. Okay, so now that we've laid out everything, I'm gonna go into the part where we budget by paycheck and use the calendar to help us out. Right now we are in June 2020, and I get paid weekly for Kroger. That's where I work. I work for Kroger, and I get paid weekly every Thursday, and I'm going to budget each paycheck. So my first paycheck was on the 4th, and that is the paycheck we're going to budget for today. On this calendar, I go ahead and I write down when my credit cards are due and how much are going to be due. I use a sticky note to notate, like, okay, from this credit card, that's how much is going to be due. And so each paycheck, I've highlighted a different color. And I've highlighted the bill that I'm going to pay with that paycheck with the same highlighted color. So for this Kroger paycheck, it is highlighted blue, and I'm going to pay for this credit card that is also highlighted in blue. And then I get paid again on the 11th, right? And then if you can see here, I have a credit card that's due on the 13th. And so I want to use this Kroger paycheck to pay for that credit card that's going to be due. And then as you can tell, again, you move along. I have another credit card that's due on the 26th. So I'm going to use the paycheck from the 18th and 25th to pay for that. That's what I have for now, but things might change. But for sure, I'm going to use this paycheck to pay for this card here. Okay. All right, so then you flip to the next page, and this is going to be the June paycheck bill tracker. All right, so you start at the top here. You have income. I put leftover. It's, I guess, what I've already had in my bank account before I got paid on the 4th. So what I had initially was $240.16, and then Kroger paid me $135.89. So total in my checking account right now, I have $376.05, and I'm going to budget out this entire amount here. I know that's not my paycheck, I should budget out that, but because this is the first time I'm doing that, I want to budget for everything in my bank account because that's all Kroger money. So I'm going to list out my fixed expenses. Fixed expenses, as in you can, in the name, it's fixed. It doesn't change, it doesn't fluctuate, it's the same expense, the same cost every month. So for Spotify, it comes out on the 7th, and I'm going to budget $5.40 because it's exactly how much it is every month. Disney Plus is on the 27th, and it's $14.07. Freedom, that's my credit card that I know is going to be due on the 10th that I need to use this paycheck to pay for. I'm going to add in that money right there. Okay. And then, so if I total up my bills here, I'm going to have to, I have $176.37 worth of bills. Okay. And so if I take my income total minus my bill total, I have a leftover of $199.68 that I can use to cover my variable expenses. Variable expenses meaning that they change every month, like your gas and your groceries, okay? So this bottom section here explains all of that. It breaks it down for you. So these are also what I'm going to use for my cash envelopes. So these are the categories that I came up with. I have gas. And you're going to ask me, well, why are these amounts so low? Well, if you remember, I get paid weekly, okay? So I'm not going to save a whole month's worth of expenses in one paycheck. So I went ahead and I calculated how much on average do I spend for gas a month, and it's $100 around. So $100 divided by 4 weeks, 4 paychecks, that's going to be $25 a week that I need to budget for gas. Grocery, $38. Fast food, $18. I try not to eat out too much, but some days I just don't take lunch to work, so I eat like Panera or something. Beauty or shopping, so I don't shop too much. I just lump everything, non-necessity things like clothing and makeup and other things like that, I lump into this category, and I budgeted $20. Home would be things that are like the soaps that I like, candles, cleaning, plugins, scent plugins. I budgeted $7 to that. Gifts. So gifts, I think I'm going to lump that in and make it a big category. Gifts could be Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, everything. I budgeted $12. And then pet, $8. So my whole envelope total that I need to take out from the ATM is $128. Now, I'm going to see, after I've allocated money to my cash envelopes and my expenses, how much do I have left over for my sinking funds. So let me get my calculator here. Okay. Okay. So you have I have $199.68 that I allocated, or after I've paid my fixed expenses, how much do I have left from my variable? So minus 128. So that leaves me $71.68 to budget for my sinking funds. Okay, so that's what this section is going over here. So if you guys remember from that earlier worksheet where you can like look at your financial plan and see what your long-term, short-term goals are, those are my sinking funds, and I'm going to pick some, okay, to save for. Now with my Kroger paychecks, I've decided that I want to save for birthday, car insurance, and Christmas gifts, okay? I'm not going to use my Kroger money for things like my house down payment or my car, okay? My paychecks for this is just too little to save for that, so this is for my accounting paycheck. That's why I don't look at that for now, okay? For my Kroger paycheck, it's small enough I can budget birthday, car insurance, and Christmas gifts. Okay. Now, for car insurance, I am wanting to save $500 by September 2020. Okay, so if you take out your calculator, you take $500. How many months? We're in June, so we're gonna say July, August, September. That's 3 months that I need to save $500. So $500 divided by 3, that's $166 a month. How much is that weekly? Divide that by 4 and you get $41.66. Okay. Now the way the math works out, because 500 is it works out evenly. If you go ahead and go through all the math, I would have to save $41.66 also a week for Christmas and birthdays. So if you multiply this by 3, I would need $125 for my sinking funds to meet these goals. I hope that made sense, okay? Now, but remember, we don't have $125. I only had $71 left for my sinking funds. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do this. It is most important that I meet my car insurance goal because I have to pay that soon, and I should have allocated more money towards that. I shouldn't have split it equally. So what I did was take $71 and divide it by 3 to see how much money each category needs, and it's $23. Okay. I think I'm going to take away the $23 I have for Christmas, and I'm just gonna forget about my Christmas gift fund right now because I really do need to pay my car insurance. Okay, so I went ahead and I got rid of the Christmas gift sinking fund and added that $23 to my car insurance, and that finally helps me meet my goal of to save $46 a week to get my car insurance money, and my sinking total stays the same of $69. If you move on to the next category on this worksheet, you have extra debt and extra savings. I don't have any money left over to go to extra savings, and I don't have any debt that I need to pay off. So you come down here and you make sure that you get to a zero. I'm trying the zero-based budget so I can allocate for every dollar that I have. So remember, I started off with $376 in my income, or my starting balance in this case, and I'm going to take away $176.37 for my expenses, my fixed expenses. Then I'm going to take away another $128 for my variable expenses, and then $69 for my sinking fund. That leaves me $2.68. I'm not going to budget this $2.68. We're just going to leave it. Okay. And then, so now that we've established what we need to budget for, we're going to go over here on the next page and we're going to look at the cash envelope breakdown. So cash envelopes, you're going to take out cash for every category, okay, that needs cash, right? So that's going to be your sinking funds as well as your variable expenses. Now, I forgot to write down my sinking funds categories, so I'm going to add that and I'm going to redo this cash breakdown. Hopefully you guys can see. So here are your sinking funds. We have gas, grocery, fast food, beauty, and shopping, home, gift, and pet. I've already transferred all those categories here, and now we need to transfer over my sinking funds. So that'll be birthday and car insurance. Birthday, I'm going to put in $23. Car insurance, I'm going to put in $46. Okay? Okay, so my cash envelope breakdown. I've written down all the categories that I need to take out money for, cash for, and now I need to go through and figure out what bill denominations I would like to pull out for those. Okay, so when I go to the bank, I want to know exactly what I can tell the bank teller to give me. I don't want to be stuck splitting, 20s when the total is $38. You just can't do it. So for gas, I want 2 10s and a 5, and so on and so forth, right? So I write down each one that I want. We're going to total it up. So after you write down all the categories that you need to pull out cash for, you go through and you figure out what bill denominations you want so you can pull exactly out what you need from the bank. And after that, I've tallied up the total amount of each bills that I need, and then I figured out the total value. So I'm going to need 22 1s, 5 5s, 5 10s, and 5 20s. That's going to be $22 of, you know what I mean. You add that up, and I need $197 from the bank. And if you want to know if you did the math right, you go back and you check, okay, well, I need $128 pulled out from sinking funds, or variable, my cash envelopes, and then I need $69 more for my car insurance. Or $69 more for my sinking funds, okay? And together that does equal $197, so we've done everything right. And that's it. At this point, we would go ahead and we will stuff our cash envelopes. Alright guys, I'm done stuffing my envelopes, and I wish I had index cards so I can go in and write down the starting balance of everything. But I'm going to do that off camera. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw today. If you guys have any questions, please do let me know. I will post a video on how I made these. It's super simple. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.